Hey everyone, and welcome to Sasquatch Theory. In this video, I will be doing a product review on the ACTBEST Core ST electric bike. ACTBEST sent me a bike to check out and to give my honest opinion about, so let's get right into it. All right, so some of the features on the ACTBEST Core ST electric bike is it has a 750 watt electric motor, which is great for conservation areas, especially in Missouri, because you're only allowed up to a 750 watt motor. Anything that exceeds that is not legal in the state of Missouri on government land. So this would actually be perfect for what I'm trying to do. The bike can go up to 22 miles an hour and you can travel up to 50 miles in range. So that's a pretty good distance off of one battery, and it takes about 4 to 6 hours to charge the battery. It has a 26 by 2.1 inch tire, which for me, it is not ideal for the great outdoors. I need more of a fat tire bike, but unfortunately ACTBEST did not have a fat tire bike available for me. So I'm gonna make do with this. It says do not use off-road, but as you guys know with my channel, we will be doing a lot of off-roading, so I'm not sure how long this tire will last, but we'll give it a shot, right? The bike has a 36 volt, 13 amp battery, and it has a payload capacity of 350 pounds or so, and that's plenty for me. I weigh about 200 pounds, maybe a little less, and I think this bike will do pretty good out in the field. I really like the colors on this bike. The handlebars are nice and comfortable. It does come with a Shimano 7-speed shifter. It has green, which is very handy, and it has a front reflector on the front handlebar. Everything seems to be really sturdy, and I really like this setup. The seat on the ACTBEST Core ST is really comfortable, and again, the color is awesome. And yeah, I'm surprised because I have an e-bike that costs a couple grand and the seat is not as comfortable as this one. The bike does have a rack and it has a brake light. Again, the expensive electric bike that I have did not come with a brake light, which is very surprising. And I was shocked to see that the ACTBEST Core ST came with a brake light and the rack. They also sent me a bike lock, which was really surprising, and I definitely appreciate what they did. But again, the bike seems sturdy. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it does out in the field. The bike itself weighs a little under 60 pounds. It's known as a Class 2 e-bike, and again, it's perfect for riding on government land. The gear system is pretty cool. Has a Shimano Tourney TZ system, and yeah, Shimano makes really good products. So to see this on this electric bike is absolutely amazing. You can find this bike for a little under $500, and that's perfect for anyone who has a budget but still wants to get out there in the forest to areas where people can't venture to on foot unless they plan on hiking all day. And as you guys know, if you find a sweet spot on some land, it's really tough to walk all the way there, all the way back, every time you want to go. So if you want to go fishing, this rack can hold up to about 150 pounds and you can put a lot of weight on it. And yeah, let's take this thing out for a spin and see what it can do. Okay, so right now I am manually pedaling. Let's kick it up a gear, see how this thing does. All right, so the bike feels really smooth. I like the way it pedals. It definitely has a kick to it whenever you shift in gear and you add more power. You can definitely feel the power assist. Wow, this thing is fast. I'm definitely impressed. There's not an e-bike on the market that you can buy under $500 that can do this. I wish I would have known this before I spent so much money on the electric bike that I currently have. because honestly, I just need a bike that'll get me from point A to point B. There seems to be something squeaking on the back tire. I'm not really sure what that is. The bike shifts really smoothly and I do like the feel of it. I'm not sure what that noise is in the back, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. Maybe I over-tightened something when I assembled the bike itself, but I'll check it out whenever I get back home. So far so good though. Nothing's falling apart. Everything seems to be working. When I put the bike together, I was really impressed by how easy it was to do. A lot of times these people ship products to you and it's kind of a pain to put everything together, but this bike, everything went together as it should, and they have plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to put everything together. The braking system seems to work fairly well. I feel like it could be a little better, but at the same time, I can't complain for the price. I mean, I'm definitely glad we have a front and back brake. That makes a big difference, especially when you're going down steep hills or if you have to run away from dogs. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that noise is in the back. It's really, it's kind of annoying because if you want to be quiet, it's going to be hard to do so. But again, this is my first time riding the bike. It's the first time I've reviewed it, and we'll probably be able to get it lined out in the shop when I get back home. But yeah, I'm really impressed by the longevity of this bike. I hope that they maybe send me another one in the future, especially one of their fat tire bikes. I feel like this bike won't hold up very well off-roader, and it even says it's not made for off-road use, so a fat tire bike would definitely be essential for what I'm trying to do. And yeah, when I get out there in conservation areas, wilderness areas, and national forests, sometimes the terrain is really rough, and I need a bike that can meet my expectations when traversing through rough terrain forests. But yeah, I definitely give this bike a 3 to 4 stars out of 5. And that's pretty good, because a lot of electronics nowadays are junk. And for the price of this thing, I feel like it would definitely work out if you're trying to get in the great outdoors. All right, just for giggles and grins, let's see how this thing does on gravel roads. We're on pavement now, and we just hit some gravel. Wow, it's a lot smoother than what I thought it would be. I figured riding on a gravel country road would be very rough on these tires, but it seems to be doing pretty good. I haven't hit any potholes yet, and it's just a beautiful day to be out in nature. I barely have to pedal. This thing has plenty enough power to assist. All right, so I'm going up a hill. We'll shift. Here, let's put it in 7th gear. See how that does. You can hear the motor working as you're pedaling, and it really accelerates you forward. Well, I haven't crashed yet. The problem with riding on gravel is when you're going at a fairly good speed, let's say 20, 30 miles an hour, the gravel will give way and it'll cause the bike to slip out from underneath you, causing a wreck. So you got to be careful when you're on gravel roads or muddy areas. The other day in a conservation area, I was miles away from my vehicle, and it was nighttime, and I was going about 30 miles an hour or so, and I hit a mud puddle that was made by the logging trucks, and that bike just slipped as if I hit a solid sheet of ice, and I crashed. I hit really hard. I smashed up my elbow, my shoulder, my knee, and I messed up the left side of my back. So you got to be careful, because this isn't a four-wheeler. Okay, so the bike passed the gravel road test. We're not necessarily off-road. It's not like we're going down a steep canyon or something, but still, it's not pavement, and it's a little rocky. There's potholes on gravel roads, and yeah, I'm actually impressed by how well this bike did. And yeah, guys, for 450 bucks, 500 bucks, you can't beat the price of this bike, especially if it can do 50 miles off of one battery. And yeah, it's a 750 watt battery. That's a pretty good battery for an electric bike. What I really like is how light this bike is. My Quiet Cat e-bike is very heavy. It weighs almost 100 pounds. So if you wreck it, you're definitely gonna feel it. And this bike, I mean, it's like 50 pounds or so, so you could easily load it up into the back of your truck. And yeah, if you got a bike rack, it'll be fairly easy to load up. And I just feel like the more room you can save while packing when you're going camping, the better off you'll be, because it takes a lot of gear to go camping, especially if you want to be comfortable and have all the necessities that you need to get the job done. And when you run out of room, it just makes everything difficult and it's really hard to pack up a bunch of things. But yeah, let's get this bike back to the shop, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as to what I think about this bike. All right, so the ACTBEST Core ST electric bike really exceeded my expectations, and I wasn't expecting such a good electric bike for the price. I mean, I'm being honest here. The bike really accelerated when I would shift. You could feel the power in the motor, and the throttle worked very well. It really reminded me of my current electric bike that costs thousands of dollars. And for this price, you just can't beat it. Obviously, it's not as good as the higher end bikes that cost thousands, but for the price, it pretty much does the exact same thing, but it's just a little bit under the $1,000 range bikes. But I mean, what else do you need? As long as you can get out there, it pulls you with ease, and it's efficient enough out in the woods. That's good enough for me, right? My only complaint was the noise in the back. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I over tightened something, maybe something's rubbing. I'm not really sure, but if that continues, it certainly will be an issue, because I like to get out in the woods and sneak up on wildlife. And yeah, I feel like this bike will definitely do the job for what I'm trying to do. If you would like to pick up one of these bikes for yourself, I will leave a link in the description below. And yeah, I think you won't be disappointed. I would definitely check them out, and it's the best bang for your buck.